Hi everyone, this is Mr. Young again. I'm making this video because I had several people ask me what program I was using to make the videos and what kind of equipment I have. Well, I'm just using the regular HISD issued laptop, and I just have the mics that are used within the laptops. If you look straight at your camera, you're going to see two dots, one to the left and one to the right. Those are the mics, a left-sided mic, and a right-sided mic for stereo recording. Okay, and that's pretty much all I have. I don't, really use anything else other than actual equipment. But the program that I'm using, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. Let me get to display capture. Okay. So this is the program, OBS Studio, and in order to get to it, all you do is open up Chrome, and we're gonna go to Google, and you're gonna do a search for OBS Studio. Okay, then you're gonna go to download, and then you're gonna click this because you have a Windows device, and we all have. We should have all of us should have Windows 10. So you just download the first one. You would only do this if you have a really slow computer for some reason, one really old one. But I don't think that's going to be a problem. So if you're using it on a Mac, of course you would do this. I actually have a Mac, my personal Mac, but it's not this new. I think most of you guys, if you do have a Mac issued by the school, you can use it, and it should be fairly new. The last time I bought a computer was maybe 10 years ago, and I'm still using it. Mainly, I just kind of fix up old computers and use them. So anyway, so you would download this, and you're gonna get a message to install and all that. Go ahead and go through that. One thing to note though, if you are using someone's computer, it might ask for a password or something. Because I know when the kids use our computers in the lab, and it says PO ESST, that's a generic student, it will not let them install a program. And that's fine. It's going to ask for credentials, and the credentials could be anyone on staff, like myself or a teacher. It could be anyone at all. Basically, we did it that way. So, or actually, HISD did it that way. So, kids can't just install on the generic student account. So anyway, when you get this, you're going to double click on it, open it up, and this right here where it says sources, it's usually going to be empty. It's going to say no sources. So what you do is you're going to have to add a plus sign, and then you're going to have to add sources, okay? When you add audio input capture, that's if you want to, put in some external sounds or music, whatnot, you could click that. But the important things that I actually added were just display capture, which is what I'm using now, the whole display. And I also text for CDI in case I want to do subtitles or something. I'm going to show you that in a little bit. And that's pretty much it. Well, video capture would be your camera, your laptop camera, if you want to use that. So let me go ahead and get out of that. And right here, it's basically scenes. So the title screen is what you saw initially. And then when I want it to, change out of the title scene and continue with my this production, I go ahead and click on scene. And the scene doesn't have to be really overly complicated. It doesn't have to have all this stuff. It's picture it as a folder on your desk, and that folder is just everything you want to talk about on that subject. Then, when you want to talk about another subject, you create another scene with different sources, whatever you need. It could be a little movie you want to show, it could be something on the browser, it could be a sound clip or something. You add as you go along these sources for that particular scene. Now, all these resources I'm not going to use. I just want to show you, when I added them, what they look like. And let's see. So, one thing I want to explain though, this right here, if you've gotten a haircut before, and you look at the mirrors that are facing each other in the salon, they're back and forth, and they look kind of like this, and they go off into infinity. It's just bouncing, off each other, and it's going to go way into infinity. So this is the visual version of what's called feedback in the audio form. Audio feedback, some of you might know, when you're on the microphone, and then there's a speaker, the sound comes out and it bounces from the mic to the speaker, and it keeps going and it squeals really loud. That's audio feedback. So this is kind of like the visual version of that. Okay, that's why it's kind of going off infinity. Um, You don't need to do that all the time. What you could do is if you want to, let's say, change to a different source. I'm going to go ahead and change to the video. I'm going to turn this off real quick, and I'm going to turn on the laptop camera. Let me see, video capture device. There it is. And there is a lazy dog right there. Okay. And then the text, I'm going to click on that's Amethyst, foster dog. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. So I'm going to go back to display capture. So what I did was, let me turn it on to studio mode. Okay, I'm going to turn off this. I hope you still see me, or I goofed up somehow. Anyway, I clicked on this eye over here, or the eye. What that does, it uncovers whatever I need. Okay, so if I do browser, see, covers. If I want to fade, it just fades to that, because this is the preview screen and this is the program screen. What I see here uh, is not what I see here yet. Okay, so anyway, let me just change it back to this. Actually, let me change it to CDI. So see, that's the lettering that I had earlier. Okay. Um, the title screen you can also change. You just click on it, and then you could choose the font depending on what you need. Okay. So yeah, let me go ahead and fade this out. Back to this. I am going to turn on display capture again. Turn off the CDI. Change the studio back. Okay. And let me see. Oh, that was another thing I want to show you guys. Um, this right here, start streaming. I haven't started to stream yet, but I'll figure that out later. I basically just start and stop recording. I just do it all in one shot, and obviously I do it unscripted. Um, studio mode is what I was using. It just kind of like helps you edit, and it's really cool when you add a second or third camera. You can switch between the cameras, and settings I haven't messed with yet, but I did it real simple. That's kind of the way that I learned things. The first video I only did my voice and the display capture, and then I'll probably move on to a different style later on. I did my first 4 or 5 videos that way. Also, right down here is your audio. It it has to. This is how I know if it's loud enough. It's mostly in the yellow, which is great. It could go into the red a little bit, but make sure that it goes mostly in the yellow. If it's too much in the green, we could hear you, but it's very low. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, well, I hope that was helpful. And oh, the last thing is this doesn't save until you stop recording. So once I stop recording, there's going to be a video, and I'm going to pretend that I just did. It's going to show up in your videos folder. Okay. See all these videos I recorded. They all have dates on it, so I just go back and I rename it. Okay. So yeah, if you have any other questions about this program, I am not an expert at this program. There probably are people that are using this a lot better than I am, but it is a free program, and I think it's a really, really good program. And I think a lot of teachers and other staff are going to start using this. So, okay, have a good night.